Hello, and welcome to Displaying and Sorting Results, which is the third video of Section 6 of Learning YII. In our last video, we improved our search UI by installing the Type Ahead widget. In this video, we'll focus on the appearance of our search results. At the moment, we're using the Grid View widget to display monsters on our listing page. However, the Grid View widget is better suited for an admin panel of a site, as it contains little styling and includes buttons to perform CRUD actions on models. Therefore, we'll learn how to use the List View widget instead, which allows us to customize the appearance of each monster model. After we get the List View widget set up, we'll then learn how to use it to sort and paginate our results. Once again, we need to do a little bit of preliminary work before we start this video. Load the code samples for this video, and then run the load monsters console command. We've added a few more members to our dating site in order to help assist with the next steps. The first step is to open Views, Monster, Index.php. We'll replace the use statement at the top and instead include the List View widget. Now, remove the Grid View code entirely and call the widget method of the List View class. This widget also has a data provider attribute. We'll provide it with the output of the monster search model's search method, which is an instance of the active data provider class. The list view will loop through each model in the data provider and inject it into either a partial view or an anonymous function that controls how each item appears. We need to configure the item view attribute to point to our new partial view. We've already created a partial view in the samples and named it _monster.php. You can feel free to look at this partial view on your own. There's nothing in there that you don't already know how to do. By default, each partial view will be wrapped in a div tag. In order to make styling those divs a little easier, we'll use the item options attribute to add a unique class to each div. We've also added some styles to our site.css file, but we won't go into detail on those right now. Switch over to the browser and reload our monster page. You'll see that our monster list looks quite different. It displays each monster's profile picture, some information about them, and then a link to their full profile. Again, all of the code used to generate each of these monster items is located in the _monster.php partial view. Not bad, right? Now, let's look at how we can set up a little bit of advanced functionality on our list view. First, let's add the ability to sort our monsters by a few of their attributes. Fortunately, 90% of the work is already done by YII. We just have to set a few configuration options in order to complete the job. First, we have to enable the sort links on top of the list view. The list view widget has a layout attribute, which controls the order in which its parts appear. The sort links are left out of this layout by default, so we simply need to add them back in and take care to make sure we don't leave out any of the other existing parts, which include the summary, items, and pager. Now, if we head back to the page, we'll see that our sort links are added back in, but we probably have more than we need. In order to control which attributes are sortable, simply open up models monstersearch.php and add a sort attribute to our active data provider. It has an attributes attribute, which can be used to control our list of sortable attributes. We could probably benefit from the ability to sort by full name, age, gender, and skin tone. Head back to the browser again, and you'll see that our sort links have been updated. Click on one to see how well it works. Clicking a link a second time will actually sort that attribute in reverse order. One of the main reasons that we added new monsters at the beginning of this video is that it is often helpful to break long lists of items into separate pages. So having a longer list of monsters will help make the results of our data pagination more obvious. Getting this set up is remarkably easy because your results are already being paginated. However, the results per page are set to infinite by default, so that all of your models will always be displayed on one page. In order to change that, you just have to go back to the monster search model one more time and configure the pagination attribute of the active data provider. It has a page size setting. For demonstration purposes, let's set that equal to 3. You'll see now that our summary reflects that it is only showing the first 3 results. We'll also see that there are only 3 monsters on the page, Finally, we also see that there are 3 pages of results, and a set of links to the other pages at the bottom of the list view. Clicking on additional pages shows you additional models. One of the best part of all of this becomes apparent when you click on one of the sort links. You'll see that YII keeps track of what page you're on and what attributes you're sorting on, so that you always see the data you expect to see in the order that you expect to see it in. And that's it. You now know how to use the List View widget to display your model data in a listing view. We'll wrap up this section in the next video by learning how to create and use alternate themes in our application.